Okay, hello, and welcome to our exciting journey into the world of creating products online. My name is Eric Rosner, and I'll be guiding you through this step by step process of creating products for the worldwide systems of product placements out there. Okay, so you saw the other video. We did the illustration, and in this video, we're going to bring our illustration into Illustrator via the Adobe Capture program. And as you can see, this is a raw vector file now. So we used Adobe Capture to take a snap of it. We turned it into vector, and now it's a vector inside of Illustrator that it's high res and ready to go. So what we're going to do is going to fix this up a little, and then we're going to bring it into Photoshop and color it, and prep the file for selling, like on platforms like Amazon or Etsy or other POD platforms, so where you can put it on a pillowcase or a T-shirt, coffee cup, anything like that, or prep the file for posters or larger other formats. Okay, so as you can see, I just grabbed this file from my notebook. There's all the rings and my pen and all that stuff. So what I'm going to do is just simply clean up. We're going to minimize our tools in Illustrator because we're going to use image trace and a few other tools, but just keep it really simple so we don't overwhelm anyone. And then we'll use other tools in other lessons as we continue. So once again, if I hit Command Y on my keyboard, you can see the outlines of the capture, and it's all vector, which is nice. So vector means that I can go into the file and it will be resolution independent. So if I hit my magnifying, you can see as I scroll in, it's very high res, and it's super high res. You can make it to any size you want, which is really cool. But we have all this garbage on the side, so let's get rid of it. So I'm going to hit my my A key, and then I hit my my arrow, and it's going to select this stuff on the side, and then hit that and get rid of all of the garbage there. So there's that, and then I'm using a Wacom tablet just to grab stuff. So I'm just drawing around the screen and grabbing this stuff. So now we have this clean image, and once again, if I hit Command Y, you can see all the artifacts are gone. And let's go in and like a little closer. Let's see what we got here. So we got to clean some things up here. We can clean them up in Illustrator, or we can clean them up in Photoshop. But what I want to do is sort of show you what we can do with image trace. So although this is cool that we have this vector file, I want to do a different way of creating the vector file. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to take a screenshot of it. Like this. Let's make sure you grab everything, and then I'll have the screenshot, which is right here. Now this, when you bring it in, is a raster, meaning that it's not vector. So this, you'll see when I hit Command Y, this is vector, but this is just an image, so it's not really converted, it's just an image. But what we can do is, if we click on this, we can go to image trace, which is my favorite tool in Illustrator, and then we hit black and white, and then I'll convert the raster into a vector. See how it did there? And we have these controls that we can change the shape dynamic of it. So we have these path and corners and noise and the threshold. Threshold is like more black or less black. So you can see how it kind of like gets blacker. And then if we go down with the path, like the shape of the paths will be more coarse. So that's an interesting look if you want that. But I'm going to try to keep it more accurate here. But then if I take the corners, I'll kind of round it up a little bit more. The noise will be less accurate. And then let's see, we go up here, a little more accurate. So depends on the look you want. So here you can see this is what I brought in, and this is what it looks like now. So I like messing around with it to kind of get a even more interesting look. So now I'm going to, I like that, and then I'm going to expand it, and then it's going to ask me if I want to expand the, it's going to change it from a raster to a vector. So do that, and now it's done. Look at that. So when you hit this, you can see right there, and then here I can click on the outline of it. And here sometimes the paths are not closed, so that's why you have this expansion right there. But we can bring this into Photoshop as well and color it. So that'll be a lot of fun. So just you can do that with any type of image you want. You bring your image into via Adobe Capture, and then into Illustrator, and then we could continually change any image into vector, and continue with that into Photoshop. So in the next lesson, we're going to bring this into Photoshop and clean up the holes, and we're going to color it, and then prep the file for products. Okay, we're back. So we're in Photoshop now, and Photoshop is a fabulous program for rastering program. So in Vector and Illustrator, vector is when you have the infinite scaling. But in Photoshop, you don't have infinite scaling. You can only scale up so much before it gets blurry. But because we create stuff in Illustrator with our vector, you can see that here's our little character. You see how clean it is. Look how clean that is to a point. So when you want to create stuff for products, it should be at least 300 DPI. That's pretty much the requirement that you need for products. So when you bring stuff into when you bring stuff into vector into Photoshop, it's going to be very high res, and that's what we want. So we have this high res image that's good to go and suitable for products. So what we have right now is this raw piece, and we have our layers right here. I have some color layers, and here's the image that we created in Illustrator that we drew. So you can see it has some holes here, and I have some colors that I want to use. What's going on? So, okay, we have some colors we're going to use, but first let's fix these holes, because if you don't clean these holes up, then the color's just going to spill through. So what we're going to do is we're going to just go right inside and fill these holes. We're going to use our little pen tool, and you have to see, now what we have right here is this image right here. We have to rasterize it, so it's still a vector, but we have to rasterize it so we can edit it. So we're going to click on this, and we're going to raster it, and there, now it's rastered. So now we can edit it. So okay, so we're going to hit black and get our little pen tool right there. All right. Okay, so then we use our brackets to make our pen smaller. Okay, we have this size right there. Okay, so now you see there's this hole right here. I'm just going to fill that in. This, using our space bar to move around. Here's another hole right here. And first we're going to fill these holes. Here's one right here. What else we have? One here. Let's fill these holes in. Here's one. Let's fill that in. Here's one right here. Sometimes that happens when you convert it to in the CC program. We just didn't see them. Okay, here's another one. Here, and let's close that. This, there. Okay, so scale out a little, and let's test it. We'll use our magic wand tool. You can see how it goes all the way around the image, so it looks pretty good. Okay, so we can just fill this in with white. Whoops, just fill this in with white. There. And here. Okay, there. Okay, so that looks good right there. Okay. So now what we're going to do is start coloring this puppy. Alright. So we have these colors that I want to use. And what I'm going to do, actually first let's edit this a little bit. I don't like that. So I'm just going to hit my paintbrush and scale up a little. Hit white. That up. What else do we have to do? Anything else? Let's see. Let's get rid of. Go to magic. And hit. Oops. There's a little hole there, so we make it a little smaller. And this. Clean that up. Go back to the magic tool, and there we go. Okay. So now we can start coloring. So what we're going to do is going to smaller, so bring it over there. Okay, we're going to add a new layer here, and let's do the let's do her scarf. Okay, so we're just gonna draw right on top of it, like so. And there. Now that's we put that color right on top. Okay, so like that. So what the real magic is, I have this layer right there. So now on this layer, you hit multiply, and there you go. So that looks really nice. And then we can even bring down the color a little. So that's nice. Okay, so that's how we're going to do it. Continuing on, so we just do different layers of color. And let's see. So let's do this. But I want to make it a little lighter. We're going to do her little mask. And we'll fix it up in a jiffy. Just going to draw over it right on top. Do a multiply. Tone it down a little. And then let's clean this up. Clean that up. Okay. Now let's do her hair. No, let's do her bodysuits, which is it's black. Once again, I'm just going to tone it down a little. And a new layer. And do her feet a different color. And just going to do it kind of rough right over here. And just draw right. Oops, we'll fix that a bit. Go right on top of it. And do our multiply, and then tone that down a little bit more. Okay, and then still have that color selected, so let's just fix this up like that. Just drawing right on top of it, and right like that, there, like that. Back. Okay, and then just hit eraser, and I'm just going to clean that up like that. And then let's do her face. So we'll do this color, and we'll have to tone that down because I think orange is way too hot. So we hit let's do it rough for face, and then we'll go right over her hand because it's going to be the same tone. And then I'm just going to do rough of that, and then let's do a multiply of that, and then tone that down. And maybe let's go, if we hit saturation, which is an image, let's play with that a little, like that, so just affecting the color a little bit more. And then let's cut that out because that'll be like a red. Okay, so now, oops, it should be multiply. Okay, so let's go back to this. That's the, oops, this is the new color. So on here, we're gonna add this right there, and then go back to multiply and select and multiply and hit that down like that. Okay. So then we'll have this. It should work perfectly. And then right into the hair. Just drawing it. And we'll fix it up a little bit more. A bit here. Right on top of here. And then paste that. And that's on the other one. We'll fix that. But okay. Let's do the hand. Like that. And then let's fix this hand. So this is our first layer. Then we're going to fix the. We'll we'll add some tones in a bit. So I wanted our hair to be black, but now I think it's going to be blonde. So let's pick that, and then she has these little ears. Okay, so I'm going to select this whole thing. Since I'll select this area. So messed up. So we'll have to, here's a new layer, so I'm going to select that, and then I'm going to select this, cut it, select this, cut it, select that, cut it, right, select that, cut it, and then just go and just delete all this yellow because we don't need that, and then select that, and cut it, and just erase all this stuff. Right, because we want that. There, just our hair, and then take the hair and turn it into a multiply. That's nice. Okay, and then go make sure you're selected on that layer. It happens a lot that you forget that you're on that layer, so get rid of that and get rid of this. Going back to here, use our magic. Oops. Problem there. I'll adjust. All right, so let's go. Let's do her feet. I think it'd be kind of cute if it's like that. So we'll grab this, and then we're gonna oops. Make sure that your lasso has this little plus sign, and you hold that with Shift. That's how you can do multiple lassos. Okay, so then we hit that, and then we'll hit multiply again, right? And then just bring it down just a wee bit, like that. Okay, so that's cool, and obviously there's some things we have to fix. We'll do that in a second. Let's take another layer, and then we'll do this pumpkin. And outline this puppy, and then we'll use this orange on top of that, and then we'll multiply it. Our good friend, multiply that, and then okay, and then let's just, she's gonna, one more for the ears, and then because we somehow we forgot to do that, I'm going to put a white behind her, a layer behind her, and I'm going to do a white. Just go draw right on top of it, and then draw right on. Let's see. Make sure it's got the. For some reason my keyboard is not working too well. So make sure it has. Make sure it has that little plus. Sometimes one doesn't work. Just strange. Okay. So underneath, so I'm gonna hit white. White, and then I have these two layers, so I'm gonna. Select this layer and select that layer. Oops. Select this layer and this layer, and then I'm going to merge layers so that layer is now one layer. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our another layer, and then we're going to grab this color on top of here, and then we're going to make that make sure it's shift. Both marquees are active. Like that. I'm gonna hit this, and then we're going to do that. Okay. And okay, so there was a problem right here, and we're just gonna go hit that, and we're gonna use our lasso tool and just cut this hole right out like this, and there we go. And then that, there's a little hole there, so I'm gonna go use my pen tool, and I'm going to just fill it in, and then use this, and we'll fill that in a second. Okay. So, I don't like her hand though, so we're going to have to maybe shift this down. A little strange. Alright, so, yeah, the hand, and then this orange is too light. Let's bring that back up a little. Like that. Of course, we have to fix these things, and then that. It's a lot of work, oh my gosh. Okay. Got her hand. Is up with that. Okay, so now let's turn off our colors. We're gonna have all these. These are all our layers, which is cool because everything is controlled. Like, you know, if I wanted to change things, I could. And we are going to let's check this out. Right there. Let's fix that. Let's go to that layer. Just go to our eraser and let's clean that up here. Let's kind of look at it again. Still a lot of work to do. Okay. Right. Back on. And okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna merge these layers. So what I'm gonna do is one of a few ways. We're just gonna go select merge visible, and that turns all your layers into one layer. Okay. Now we just have one layer that we can clean up. So let's look at this hand, man. I don't like this. So let's select this thing, this whole thing, their lasso tool, like that. And then I copy, and then I'm going to, so I have this copy of that, and we're going to get rid of this one. So just go right in here, same thing, just get rid of it. Get rid of that. Okay, now we have this. And let's see. It would be better if it was here. Right? It seems a little bit better. Let's see. Why is it there? She's like slowly like have an arm over here. But I think here would be better. Okay. So what we're gonna do is first over here, make a new layer. Select, make my paintbrush larger. I'm gonna select this, and we're just gonna put our color, and right in there, I'll fix that a little bit. And this over here, there. See? And then let's clean. Let's make sure you select the right layer. Let's clean this. Get rid of that. Oops. Get rid of that. Get rid of this thing. And let's do another layer. Black. Hit brush. Gonna match that size. Bigger. And oops. And just like this. Just like that. Like that. And this. Let's see. That we will. Let's see. Let's try something real quick. Click this color. Top, and then go back to our black. Make sure size is right, and this. Okay. And then Match the style of it. Like that. Okay. A little bit better. And there's some blackness there, so let's do another layer. I'm just going to put this over here. Match this color there, like that. And maybe just like that. Okay. So let's do some secondary colors on top of this. So I'm going to new layer. So what I like to do is take this color and put a secondary color on it. So I'm going to here. Now I put the layer on top. Select that color. Click it. Now I have that color on top. But then go to our friend, multiply, and then tone that down a little. And then do that with all the color here. Do the same thing. So now we get like some tonality. And then do the same thing with all the other colors. So here. And then yeah, we'll fix that stuff over there too. We got some fixins to do here. And then use multiply again. And then tone it down just a wee bit. There. And on her hand. And on this hand. Like that. Okay, let's bring it up just a little. See. Alright, and then here, there, let's do another layer. And select, oops, make sure here, this, okay, and then multiply that, okay. And then you do the same thing in the hair. And that's it's kind of like this rough, something's wrong with my, when I click on it, sometimes it doesn't show up, so make sure it's showed up with the plus. Okay, hit that, and then we'll hit. All right, nice. Nice yellows. Nice yellows. Just a little more. A little more. A little more. There. Okay. Maybe some over here. Right. And of course, let's do some shading. Right. So we go here. And right inside this, cool, orange top, use our pal, multiply, oops, there it is, okay, like that. Now let's do some more shading. So now we're just use black. So wherever the shadows would show up, like maybe under here, maybe over here, maybe on here, and see, once again, make sure your plus is selected. Here, there, there, under her head, her gigantic head, and here maybe, and maybe here. I don't know about that. We'll have to fix that. So here, black, and now let's just tone it down. Right? And this one doesn't work. Let's go with that one. Okay. How about if we put a shadow on her face? Let's see. May not work. Let's try it. Oh, she needs her lips too. We're gonna do her lips. This, and then we'll do a little. Oh yeah. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Yes, and this is bringing this down there, here, and then overlapping there. But we select her giant. Okay. Come on. Okay. Select this outline. So you got that, and then select that one, invert it under select, like that. Oops. No, it's not right. Here, okay. And then, all right. That should work. Okay, select this. Select this. Just like that. I got this outline. Go to the shadow there, invert it under select, and then there we go. Sometimes it doesn't work. Do it 2 times. All right, let's see. Let's bring it down just a little bit. And then maybe select the shadow. Maybe put a blur on it. Let's see if this outline is right there. There you go. Right there. Okay. So just so you don't have that harsh line. Let's do her lips. Let's do a nice pinky thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna go grab that directly. Whoops, click there. And then we can just select this, clean that up, Click. Now we're just clicking the colors. Click this yellow. There, and then there. What else do we have? Let's click this. Oops. Make sure you're. Oops. What's wrong there? Okay, let's click that. There. This. There. This needs to go away. Let's click this. There. Okay. There. Okay. Let's see what it looks. So let's do a look it on black. There's one more important thing you have to do. A layer, and we're going to make this whole layer black. Now you see already. Here's some problems. Here are some problems. Right there. You see this kind of like. Let's see where it is. Here it is. You see this thing right there? Sometimes when you bring it into Illustrator, from Illustrator, you get this residual line. But you can easily get rid of that. Let's see if it works. By going under Layer, hitting Matting, and do Defringe, and pump that up to 200. And it should get rid of it. Yes, it's all gone. Nice. So, no garbage. So it looks good on black. Okay, so let's get rid of this thing. And some more things we have to clean up. Also, what I like to do is put a light layer on there. So we're going to put a white layer. So put white on here, and another layer, and that's just going to draw over here, kind of conform to our hair. All right. Whoops. Gosh. It's annoying. Okay. What is he doing? Okay, now we hit white. So, wow, perfect. What are you doing? Okay, secret sauce. We go under color dodge. See how I just brought back that lighting? Beautiful. If we go to fill, look at that. Oh, yeah. That's hot. Look at that beautiful color blend. Nice. Even here, too. Very sweet. I love that. Okay. There. It's still active, so now all we have to do is just use the white, and we're painting with white, with light, as they say. All right, look at that. And okay, that looks nice. Put a little, we can put a little shadow here. All right, just bring it down a little. That nice. Okay, and so another thing we want to do is on the very top layer, on top. So we have some problems right there. So what we're going to do is just turn this layer into darken, and I'm just going to grab the color and just draw and paint right on top. Look at that. Fix this. Then I'll just select this color, draw that, fix this color, and just paint the color in darken mode. And let's look at that one here, and we're going to do this. Oops. That. This. Click on this color. We're just painting, fixing, painting and fixing, fixing and painting. There's this and this. Oops. There's this. And this. It's going to be the edge, so let's select that. So we're selecting the image. Oops. Oh, it's just, okay, we didn't mold. We didn't merge that. So let's get rid of this. Let's merge everything. Let's like to merge. Okay, so we have all our pieces turned on, so we're just going to select this. We're going to merge visible. Now the whole thing is one piece, and we go back and fix it some more. Okay, so now we have this piece. It's pretty good, and then we're going to prep this for our products and our last piece of the pie, and we will be back in a few. Thank you. Okay, let's continue with our image. Finish cleaning it up and get it ready for distribution to the world. Okay, once again we merge the layers, but there's still a few little issues I want to clean up. So we're going to do merged all those layers. We're going to do another layer on top. I'm just going to go in and do a final cleanup. Oops. Let's go to that. And live. Okay. Okay, so let's my magnifying glass is not working. Okay, so let's go to a brush. Okay. Here, turn this to apply. Darken. And let's see what else we can clean up. Let's clean up. We'll clean up in a second. This thing. Go to my commands are not working anymore. Okay, so nothing is working. Okay. There. And then let's click this. And let's fix that. That. Okay, that. Let me just click on this and clean that. I'm just grabbing the colors. Oops. Filling in the holes. Doing this. There's some other stuff. So this that color. Click that. Click that. What else do we have? Just go around really close up this thing. That's this. What else we have? We can clean up this. That's here. And this. That in. Alright, this thing. That. And, okay. It's working today. Okie doke. Let's put our neck action. So let's put something's wrong with that neck. So let's put a layer here. And right underneath it. And just clean that up. Like that. And then there's a little garbage there. So I'm going to. Okay, so clean that up. Let's go back here and just do there. This. Then go back to this top layer. that. Click this. Clean these things. These all holes up. That's not the right color. Let's go back. Click this. And my key commands are working for some strange reasons. Frustrating. So I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. But even that's once you get used to the key commands, it's hard to go back. So let's click that there. And what else do we have? Let's click this, that, and that. Everything's working. That's annoying. Okay, and then here. This could drive me crazy. Okay. So sticky. Alright. There. And this. That's wrong. All right. Not working. Going crazy. I'll be back in a second. I'm going to see what's wrong with this. We'll be back.
Okay, so we're almost done. So now we have a graphic that is pretty much done. You can see I added some new things to it. Colored her eyes, fixed up her arm a little, blah, blah, blah. And let's check on black again. Always check on black. Let's go check once again, make sure there's no strangeness there. So she looks good, right? Yeah, she looks cool. So, one more thing. Let's just take a look at it and see what it looks like on a shirt. So here's a shirt mock-up you can get from many sites, Amazon or Etsy or Printful. And let's see what it looks like on a shirt. It's kind of cute. Perfect for Halloween. So this is just like a mock-up. And then you can even do things like if you double-click the graphic, you get this layer style, and you can do stuff like strokes, like that. That's kind of cute. Sometimes you just get too many options. It's kind of cute. I like that. Let's copy that. So I'm going to copy that style. Copy layer style. Go back to our graphic. Oops, sometimes my live. Okay, got this. And then we just copy and paste that style. There we go on here. That's just a little too much, so let's tone it down a little. And see how that looks on black. Yeah. Okay, so we have, this is going to be our final output. It's 4500 by 5400. Make sure it's 300 DPI. Oops, there's a little problem there. See, right there. Let's fix that real quick. 300 DPI, RGB. Okay, so I'm going to fix that. I'm just going to collapse those. And then, hold on just a second. Okay, so let's put that. Let's copy, paste. We're going to paste that style right back on there. And then it was too thick, so let's bring it down 30. Okay. Check it on black. Why is it thicker here? That's weird. It's thicker on the side. That is odd. Let's get rid of that clear the stroke, open up again, double click. Hold on a second. Stroke. That's weird. All right. Black. Looks like that blue. Okay, that's cool. All right, so we're going to rasterize that, and then you would just save it as a PNG file. So you can just grab this, select this layer, and go to save as PNG, and then put it in a folder of your choice. And then you upload that, and then the PNG has transparency, which means it's only going to show this area, no white. You definitely don't want to have a black background, because then it'll show up with the background. So you want it just like it is, like this. And that's perfect to go. Okay, so this is the end of our first lesson, and we're going to do a few more. Leave any questions, comments, or concerns, and then we're going to do another graphic in the near future, and we'll go through the process again, and maybe we'll even do stuff for mugs or other products. But 54 by 400 or 4500 by 5400 is a very cool size for most products. Very high. You want high resolution, big size. So because you want the it always has. You can't scale up. Don't ever scale up. And don't grab things from the internet, because those are all 72 dots per inch, and you don't have license for those anyway. But it has to be 300. You can't have something small, like something really a bad size, like something. Don't grab anything from the internet. But if you did, those are going to be 72 dots. So that's just for screen, not for printing. And then you can see all these pixelation things. So you can't take something small and blow it up. You can take something big and scale it down, but you want to have a big, nice. See how clean that it is? Very sweet. That's the way it's going to print. So you want something that's high res. Okay? Leave any questions, concerns, comments, and all that jazz. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and happy designing.